Hi, my name is Aniekpeno Etebom Ifeh. I am one of the beneficiaries of Digital Marketing Women Employability Entrepreneurship Program. So for me, I would say I just had a baby. In fact, let's start from top. So I'm a lawyer by profession, and because of marriage, I had to move to Cross River State. And when I moved to Cross River State is more like a civil servant state. We do not really have a lot of industries, and also getting a job was not exactly very easy. So although I was practicing, but even though I was practicing, I didn't get like what I was looking for financially as per the income that I was getting. So COVID happened, and in the heat of COVID around May, I had a baby, and after I had a baby, it was kind of like I was restricted, and I was looking for something that I could do, because at that point, to get a help with the COVID, you're also trying to protect yourself, you're trying to protect the baby. So at that point, I was looking for something that I would do, that I can do from the comfort of my home, and also have time for my baby, and also have time for my family, and at the same time also bring in like money. So I think that's it for me. Yeah. All right, so when I decided that I wanted to do something that I could do from home, I reached out to some of my friends. Most of them are in Lagos, and then I told them that I want to start something. I didn't know what exactly. So I had suggestions like open a YouTube channel, had suggestions like have an online business and all. Personally, I'm not so into business, so I knew that it was something I wanted to do, something that would involve learning and using my brain, like a lot of brain power. So one of my friends told me about digital marketing, that it's something that's really moving at this time. So I'm like, okay, fine, I will try it out. So I went online, I was reading about it. I first of all started with Google. So Google has this free certification course and all. So when I was done, it was still like I didn't really know what I was doing. So I now said, okay, let me start looking for schools, that online schools that I can, get a certification or have like an in-depth knowledge, practical knowledge of it, because everything I was seeing online was like theoretical. And so that's how I found Digital Marketing Skill Institute. That's how I found them. So when I found them, just about that time, they had this ads that was running for an internship program. They were doing an internship program. So at the time, they said it was remote. So I applied for it. When I applied for it, I was told to come to Lagos. So they really didn't need a lot of like experience. They just said if you were interested and you have just little knowledge. So I put something together in my CV and I got it. They said I should go. So I moved to Lagos for the interview. When I got to Lagos for the interview, I think that was around June. Yeah, June of 2021. Yeah. So when I got to Lagos, I met with the interview panel. I had the interview, and then Satobi now told me that he would be honest with me, that though they put out like a remote job, but they are looking at things and they really want someone that is going to be like in Lagos, that they're looking for people in Lagos so that they could have like, even though they will not be coming often, but it was like a hybrid kind of program. So he told me that not to worry, that he's quite impressed at how I'm willing to learn and all I've come through just to be there, that I shouldn't worry, that there's something that I'm trying to put together, and it's not yet in like emotion, but I should be looking out for it, and hopefully when the time comes, they'll keep my CV and they'll let me know. So I know how Digital Marketing Skill Institute is like, they're very busy. So I was always reaching out to them like every 2 weeks. As the program started, what's going on. But funny enough, before they even got back to me that it was running, I already saw the ads. I think it's just something Google does. If you're looking for something, you're definitely going to see the ads related to that kind of thing. So before they even reached out to me, I saw the ads on Instagram, and then I just clicked on it, and yeah, that's how I got to know about it. I fell sick. Let me just tell you, it's not for the weak. Okay, so for our time, it was more like a combined, we're doing everything. Okay, we had the career people, we had the entrepreneurship people, right? But then we're doing SEO and everything. But I think now they've really they've broken it down. The SEO people are kind of different and the other side different. So it was 6 weeks. I've never been under so much, like it was hot. It was back to back. So, but I liked it because it was what I was looking for. So if you there's so many like resources outside. If you want to learn digital marketing, you see free courses on Simply Learn. You can go to SEM Rush Academy, Href Academy. That's if you're looking out for. You can see all of that. They're free. But to get the practical knowledge, to actually do the work, you need to actually, take or pay for a course or something that has the practical part of it. And that's what this program actually did for me. So we built websites, we ran ads, we monitored, we did Google Analytics. There was like, we're doing practical things. These were no longer theoretical part of digital marketing, just learning about it and reading about it. We did practical things, and so it was what I was looking for, but it wasn't easy. But yeah, we made it to the end. By the way, I won the Swift Learner Award, so I was the first to complete the course in my time here. Okay. So I felt more confident when I was done with the program, because now I knew that, okay, I have proof. I practically built a portfolio of jobs that I had done. I could easily tell a company to like, look at this, okay, check this website that I built, or a progression of the ads I've ran, like the results. So I had proof now. It was easier to go out and start looking for jobs. So I think after the program, I got my first internship. It was unpaid. So I applied for unpaid internships because what I wanted to do, I didn't really see a lot of paid internships that was globally remote. So I saw unpaid internships on Indeed that was like globally remote. So I applied for them, and just saying that I've done these things just gave me an edge. Like they just gave me. So I think after the program, I had like 2 unpaid internships where I was actually now practicalizing everything that I had learned from DMWEEP. Okay, so when you get into the program, Christiana is going to give you pep talk. It doesn't matter where you are, even though there are no jobs around, just hope in God, just believe. It's your mindset that determines your outcome. She'll give you all of that talk. So I would say that I actually prayed a lot. I won't even lie to you, because I can't say it was all by my strength, because there were a lot of strategic things that happened. And things like, what if I was not online the day that I saw DMWEEP? Or what if I was not online the day that the job ads were running? What if I was not? So you see, that some things that that it just took it was just God, first of all, and then plus the efforts that I put into everything. So when you're done with the program, they're going to give you like a checklist on how to build your CV, how to build your LinkedIn account, and all of that. So that helped. So I took the whole checklist. I revamped my CV, I built my LinkedIn account better, and then I started applying. It was not an immediate thing. I got few months after, I got a paid internship. It was stipends. It wasn't like a job, and it was on a contract base, right? So I got the paid internship. When I got the paid internship, it was for 6 months. I was still looking out. I was still looking out for other jobs. I was still applying. Few months after, when the 6 months elapsed, funny enough, I got a mail from them saying they would want to extend for a year. I really didn't have anything that I was doing, so I'm like, okay, fine, let's extend it for a year. So around May this year, I applied for a job in a company I've applied before. So because most of the remote jobs I was seeing in Nigeria would require being in Lagos, Abuja. I think I've seen Ibadan before. Yeah, those Enugu, I've seen Enugu before, and I wasn't willing to relocate because of that. I wanted something I could do from where I was staying. So I had to get on Indeed. I changed my location because I I wasn't seeing a lot of jobs in Nigeria. So I changed my location to South Africa, to Canada, to US. I also did UK, but UK wasn't very recent. Just a lot of jobs would require you to be a citizen, and it was too much headache around that area. So I now decided to now focus on Canada, South Africa, and the US. So as every 2 days or even every day, I would just be sending out applications. Now this job I got is not the first interview. I've done so many interviews. If I open my Indeed app, you're going to see a long list of applications, a long list of interviews, all the sorry, unfortunately, all of that. So when I saw this particular job offer, I kind of said, let me apply again, even though I've applied to them. I had applied to them last year. And then I did, and God just did it. I got it. Yeah. So my experience on the job, okay, so it's something that we learned. It's content optimization. That's basically my role. So what we do is just to optimize content. And yeah, let me mention that even digital marketing is very wide. And even at the point where we were done, just before our graduation, I've forgotten the guy's name. There's this guy that took us. He's very good with website and all. Forgotten his name. And so he told us that it would be nice to actually specialize so that you're not everywhere. If you're applying, you know that, okay, I'm applying to this particular aspect of digital marketing. So I picked the SEO part of digital marketing. And I did that because I found it very interesting. It was one of the things that I don't know, during my program, I just found it really, really interesting. So every unpaid internship I did, everything I applied for, all the jobs I've applied for, have just been towards search engine optimization. So when I saw this job role, content optimization, it was we even did it. We did it in DMWEEP during our course program. We were using Yoast that time. So we built a website, and then they told us that we should do a content and we should optimize it. So then in DMWEEP, we're using the Yoast to organize a plugin on WordPress. But for this company, I got introduced to other tools that yeah, it wasn't something, but because I had like the foundation, I was able to like build on it. Yeah. So what I would say for anyone that is either looking for a remote job, or you've gone through the program and then you're looking for a job, I would say do not restrict yourself. Like, do not confine yourself to Nigeria. Do not confine yourself to a particular location. I feel like you should be willing to open yourself up to other opportunities, like remote jobs everywhere in the world. I would say you should also pray and hold on to God and have faith. Just have faith and put in the work, because I feel like when you are prepared and when you are ready, it's just how God charts your course, and then things just begin to like open up. It's like from one thing to the other. So I would say try as much as possible to pray, and also try as much as possible to put in the work. Look for ways to improve yourself. If you're currently out of the program, please look for unpaid internships. It's going to involve a lot of data. You need to subscribe and be online, power and all. But I feel like it's going to help you in the long run, because you do not want cobwebs building up in your brain, and then everything you're not even sure what is this now. You want to practicalize everything you've learned so that it becomes in like it's it's in you. Like if they cut you, you can just see SEO, or you can see Facebook ads, or you can see any aspect that you would want to focus on. And I feel too that you should pick an area and focus on it. Okay, so I want to give a shout out first to Mr. Toby. I like the way everything was handled when I traveled all the way for that interview. There's something about rejection. There's how someone tells you that, oh, I'm not able to take you for something, and then you just want to give up because of how it happened or how the person said it. But that day in that room, I was made to understand that I am good enough, that with my energy I would go far. It's just that at that point they were not taking people that were not in. So it didn't break my spirit. It made me more confident, and it just energized me to just keep pushing. So shout out to Mr. Toby and the team that were on the panel that day. My spirit wasn't broken. Then I also want to shout out to Christiana. I have stressed this woman. Like, every time I meet disappointment, I will go back to lash out on her and how I need them to, put in some work and all. So I'm grateful for her pep talk too about our mentality towards this thing and how we see ourselves and how that would attract, whatever comes to us. So yeah, shout out to them. So thank you to Digital Marketing Women Employability Entrepreneurship Program. And thank you to Challenge Fund Youth Employment Program.